Hey everyone, welcome into the Game 3 review from Calgary, Vancouver. What a wild game this was. Fuck, I don't even know where to begin. Been a very physical series that has scrums ensuing after every fucking whistle. And in this series, the players seem to remember everything. Like, Kevin BX definitely didn't forget about the spear Michael Furland threw at Alex Burrows in the second game, as they would drop the mitts later in this one. Going into the game, the series was tied at 1 with the two teams splitting the first two games in Calgary. Calgary won the game, won on some last game heroics by Chris Russell, but didn't show up at all in game 2. And got battered by the Nucks. Both teams racked up the penalties in games 2 and 3, and game 3 would prove to be no different. In my opinion, this has been the best series to watch. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's fucking old school hockey, and the rival is definitely getting back to where it used to be. I think when you go against the same guys every shift in a hard fought playoff series, the tempers are going to flare. Nobody likes spending time around people that they don't like or don't get along with, and these two teams are probably going to be spending a lot of time together the next week or two. This is probably going 7 games, but by that point, there may be a full fucking team brawl. The rate this thing's going. All right, let's move on to this crazy one. Believe it or not, though, the first was actually pretty tame. When it came to the physical play, anyway, both teams trying to gain the early edge. Calgary opened the scoring 6 minutes and 35 seconds into the first, and a goal from Brandon Bollig. Vancouver answered back with a couple nice rushes, a couple nice shifts there from their fourth line, before Sean Matthias evened things up for the Nucks. Calgary is a really good team when coming back, but they really started to push things toward the Vancouver goal. TJ Brody makes a 2-1 Calgary. That's how the first would end. Only one penalty in the period, which is mind-blowing. Considering the next two, Vancouver outshot Calgary 11-9 in the first. There was no scoring in the second, but what an entertaining period. This is when all the rough stuff really started. There were 5 penalties called in the period, and they were all either roughing calls or interference. People trying to finish their checks or run guys into the boards. This game was getting very fucking physical at this point. A lot of this period, though, was played in the neutral zone. There was only 10 shots in total, and Vancouver edged Calgary 6-4 in shots. Now for the exciting stuff. The third period of this game was so fucking entertaining. Wow. The crowd in Calgary was on fire, too. It's always nice seeing them in the playoffs because it's such a good atmosphere and they got great fans. Just over 2 minutes into the third period, Sam Bennett, the 18-year-old Calgary prospect, scored his first career goal. What a moment that must have been for him. It would go on to be the game winner. Must have been a moment he rehearsed 100 times in his head, but to finally cash in, and when he did, makes it even sweeter. He's actually the second youngest Flame to score a goal in the playoffs. First was my boy, Jerome McGinley, the heart and soul of the Flames back in the day. Kevin Bieksa tried to spark Vancouver after the goal. He ran Michael Backlund pretty good with his head bouncing off another Vancouver player as well. He looked pretty shaken up in the play. Then not long after that, Vancouver ran Hiller. Yannick Weber made fucking no attempt whatsoever to get out of the way. This started a lot of the shit, but before Calgary would step into the octagon with Vancouver, they wanted to hurt them a little more on the scoreboard and kind of put the game out of hand. Sean Monahan scored on the ensuing power play on a nice little feed from Johnny Gaudreau. Tempers were really starting to flare at this point. Alex Burrows instigated a fight with Chris Russell, and the two went at it for a bit before the refs jumped in. Pretty good tilt, actually. Fucking refs. Vancouver would add one more on a Yannick Hansen goal, but they didn't show much effort at all, really, to get back in the game. Just wanted to get some scraps in and some payback. As Kevin Bieksa, he went at Michael Furland there. He landed 3 or 4 good punches, straight lefts, I think, straight rights, before Furland even had his mitts off. But after the game, Furland basically said he would go after him too. Furland was like, yeah, if they didn't know me before this series, they will now. Okay. Where's it here? Yeah, fucking Michael Furland, though, has really become a thorn in the side of Vancouver. He's good, too. Because he reminds me of Lowry, kind of, for Winnipeg. Just always fighting fighting in the corners and doing the hard work that you don't see the likes of Ovechkin and Crosby wanting to do. With just over a minute left, Joel Colburn received a 10-minute misconduct. So I don't know if he'll be able to play in Game 3. Not sure how that really works. Just like Game 2, Calgary fucking has Derek England on the ice, and fucking 2 Canucks go at him here. But the funny thing is, I think he would fucking beat the shit out of both of them. He was really kind of, when they came at him, he was the aggressor, really making them look fucking stupid. The refs here too, there was 3 seconds left on the clock, and the refs didn't want to take any chances. They just said, fuck it, call the game. Because for sure, if they let that go, there was definitely going to be another fight after the next face-off. So with that 4-2 victory, Calgary now leads Vancouver 2-1 in the series. Calgary outshot Vancouver 15-8 in the third, and 28-25 on the game. They outmuscled them too with 33 hits to 18. I really liked the play from the likes of Sam Bennett, scoring that big goal. Fucking, what a moment. Johnny Hockey was all over the ice as well, trying to set up his teammates. Jonas Hiller did what he needed to do too to help them get the victory. He wasn't spectacular, but if your goalie gives you a chance to win, that's really all you can ask for. Bo Horvat was probably the only guy on Vancouver whose game I actually liked. Even when they were down, he was trying to create shit off the rush and create opportunities for his teammates, driving the net. He's a gritty, good kid. I like him a lot. I liked him in the World Juniors for Canada. It's going to be interesting, though, to see what Vancouver does in Game 4. They have Ryan Miller, a fucking all-star goalie from back in the day, sitting on the bench. He hasn't played in a fucking dog's age, but might not be a bad idea to make the switch. Maybe shake things up a little. He is a more proven goalie than Locke, but Locke definitely earned the first 3 starts of this series. But especially if they lose the next game, then you really got to question, are they going to go to to Miller or not? Game 4 is Tuesday in Calgary, and I'm looking forward to it. Go Flames!